What's happening, my dudes, and welcome back to the Triple Lock channel. I hope you're all doing epic. Got to take a little trip out today just to go and get a few little service parts for the GS. I've got a little trip coming up soon to Lake District with Zen motorcycle training and Q-Tube adventures. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. That'll be on the 9th to the 11th of September. I believe a little tour around the Lake District and around the Yorkshire Dales. So yeah, it should make for some great content for that, so that'll be enjoyable. Hopefully it's not too wet on the lens. But at the same time, I thought I might come out and test the GoPro Mic Adapter, see if it's to my liking, because you know, while on this trip I'm going to be obviously starting recording. Basically the way I was doing my audio before was with a separate audio recorder, which, don't get me wrong, as you guys can hear from the previous videos, the quality was just awesome, really good, but unfortunately it's not great for on the go, stopping and starting recording, and there's no way on earth really I'd be able to record my whole 4-hour journey there and you know, sort of being able to start a separate recorder and start my GoPro, you know. So yeah, this just seems like it's going to be a better way to do it, sort of going forward, and then sort of use a separate recorder for off the bike stuff. Yeah, epic. But while we are out today, I thought I could do a video about riding in the wet and how it is not actually that much to be intimidated about. Because, you know, as I always do, I'm scouring through the beginner rider Facebook groups and sort of hearing questions from other newer riders about how terrifying the rain seems to them, which I understand. You know, you know, your instincts tell you that water, slippery, etc. Now, yeah, okay, fair enough, it can be, but it don't need to be as terrifying as you may believe. Now, one word of caution with the wet weather. Sorry, the guy with my visor, it's getting a bit hot. Oh. So one word of caution about when the rain starts to fall. You know, it's at the very beginning, it's when you know, you get that first downpour, and what it does is it brings up all the oily crud and makes the surface quite slippery, you know, like ice. So that's when you should be at your most careful, but doesn't mean you shouldn't go and ride in it. That's point number one. Okay, be careful of the first downpour. Now, your tyres are designed in a particular way to take water into the treads and then let it out as it goes round. You know, obviously some tyres are rated better for wet weather than others, but it is just a matter of going out there and trying them, seeing what sort of tyres work for you really over your riding career or riding time, or you know, you'll get to know the brands you like and the ones you don't, and the ones give you more confidence, whatever. But technology these days in making tyres is so much more advanced than it ever used to be, so realistically you haven't really got to worry about most brands out there. You'll never outgrow them. So on to the fun stuff, the techniques. When you are about to head into a bend, into a corner, the one thing that people fear most is banking over in the wet. The technique I like to use, and if you watched any of my previous videos, I talk about the compass effect quite a lot, and this is when I find it is most handy. It's to reduce the lean angle of the bike, but by having you lean off the bike that bit more. Oh man, there is a serious downpour today. Picked the right day to do it. Christ, I only wanted to come out and get some oil. It didn't look that bad when I was at home. I guess they knew I wanted to come out and do this. So yeah, I digress. Following back onto the technique, you know, using that compass effect, sort of lean your body off that bit more and keeping that bike upright through the bend, then that obviously gives you much better grip. But then also it means that if you have to come to a stop for any reason, you have the bike already in an upright, stable position for the most part, so it's a lot easier to get on the brakes, slow it all down a little bit. And it doesn't have to be like a big Marquez, you know, leaning off, elbows down, etc. It's just a slight shift in weight onto your butt cheek. You know, dip your elbow in a little bit more, just give it a slight bend on it, and then leaving the other one more straight. And you will be so surprised how much confidence inspiring that really will feel. But don't get me wrong, you have obviously modern technology on bikes, and you know, rider modes and traction control, stability control and things like that. But if your bike is not fitted out with that, it's always best not to rely on such a thing. I mean, the way I grew up was we didn't have any of these rider aids, electronics or anything. Christ, even, you know, most of my first few bikes were not even have ABS. So even here, I'm still keeping quite a neutral position. All right, granted, you know, I'm not going into it super fast. You know, I'm not really banking right over, which is on to my next point. And my next point is being a bit more gentle and subtle with your inputs. So, you know, not yanking back on that throttle, you know, trying to spin the wheels up or anything crazy like that, because we don't need to. You know, with your braking, try to get it done sooner, let people know behind you sooner that that's your intention. So just try to keep everything a little bit more to a minimal. So no harsh braking, no intense throttle, none of this just chucking it down sideways. You know, just handle everything with kid gloves, so to speak. You know, be a bit more relaxed, and you'll probably find that you'll have a much better, less exhausting time, and you'll be less fearful. The tyres are designed in such a way that you can still, look, I can still lean left and right. I'm not exactly sliding everywhere. Once you've cracked the throttle open, try to keep it nice and consistent through whatever you're doing. So if you've got a wee bit of maintenance throttle in the bend, just try to keep it nice and consistent. Get to the apex, straighten the bike out, and as you straighten the bike up, then you can get back on the throttle. So on to my next point. Okay, so we talked about your techniques, about keeping everything nice and gentle and a little more slowed down. Now you've got to think about your gear that you're wearing. There's no point going out in a nice summer mesh jacket if you know it's going to be a bit of a downpour. And the same really goes for, you know, for your one-piece leathers and whatnot. I mean, granted, okay, they will keep you warm, but they're not waterproof. And even when, you know, these brands say, oh, you know, our Gore-Tex jacket is waterproof, etc., only for a certain amount of time, but water always gets in. So it's always worth investing. If you're going to be out in it long enough, investing into a waterproof suit. You know, even some waterproof over trousers, waterproof jacket, maybe some boots, you know, some waterproof booties, sort of over boots, that sort of thing. Some winter gloves. You know, there are just some things with wet weather riding that you just can't avoid, you can't get over it. It's gonna happen to you regardless. And that is constantly wiping your visor. You know, best suggestion I ever have is to layer up, nice thin layers. Make sure you're keeping nice and warm, because as you pick up your speed with the wet, then obviously you're going to make the water get colder. You know, that's your jacket is ingressed, and you know, your feet and God knows what else, and you know, it could just make a ride very, very unpleasant. And then, you know, you'll start to lose concentration and things like that. So, you know, always do your best to sort of protect your skin, keep yourself nice and dry as best as you can. Oh my dudes, anyway, so that's all I've got to really say about that. I'm going to pull into BMW here. I've got to pick up some rip-off oil, and some sparky plugs. Just do a little service on my bike before I head over to the lakes. So yeah. Oh, if I can find neutral. Alright my dudes, on that note, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.